Okay, I will help myself about the video of the Osmosa about Down syndrome. Please like the original and subscribe.
As you're probably well aware, our DNA is like this humongous blueprint of information on how to make a human. Usually this massive document is packaged up nicely into a storage bin called a chromosome. Actually, usually we have 46 chromosomes that we use to neatly organize all our information, depending on how you define organize. Each of the 46 chromosomes is actually part. Someone with Down syndrome has 47 chromosomes instead of 46. Specifically, they have an extra copy of chromosome 21. So Down syndrome is also known as.
So this is critically important. Yes, the cause of the Down syndrome is the trisomy of the 21st chromosome.
Trisomy 21. In other words, 3 chromosome 21s. Alright, so in order to package up half the chromosomes into either a sperm cell or an egg cell, you actually start out with Down syndrome, or trisomy 21. A process called Nondisjunction accounts for about 9.
Okay, so Nondisjunction is the most common. You already know what is it.
Now, the sperm could also combine with this little guy with the short arms carries.
Okay, the other situation that will lead also to the Down syndrome is the Robertsonian translocation. Yes, translocation you already know what is it. Generally, in the case of the translocation, we get part of the one chromosome to some other place. In this case, we get the part of the chromosome to the other chromosome, and this chromosome is passed. Yes, so we have extra part of the chromosome 21 passed. But I suppose we'll get, he will also get to this.
It's just a little bit of usually non-essential genetic information, and is typically lost by the end of meiosis. So there are a few ways that this can go down. First, including the translocated chromosomes, they replicate, and now these could split into one with both normal chromosomes and one with the long guy and the short guy. In which
Yeah, you can see. So here on the right of the picture and the bottom, we have this translocation. So we have these long arms connected, and of the chromosome. This example that we have the chromosome of 21 and 14. So the long arms of the chromosome 20 and 14 are connected and create the huge chromosome that when will pass with a normal 21st chromosome, it acts as we would have a 3 chromosomes. Simple, like that. Okay, mosaicism is a situation when the mutation happened early in our life, very early, when we were still only a couple cells, and part of our cells has too much of the chromosomes, part of them does not have. Has a normal amount of chromosome, and it leads usually mosaicism. It's not happening only in the Down syndrome, it can happen anywhere, and it leads to usually smaller signs of symptoms, so it's more benign. Okay, and let's go on with this.
and an increased risk of Alzheimer's and sterility in males. There are several physical characteristics as well. Common chromosomal disorders, and not surprisingly, it has an effect on almost every organ system in the body. And for that reason, there's a long list of common issues for those affected with Down syndrome. Here are some of the major ones. Septal defects in the heart's chambers, usually between the 2 atria, duodenal atresia, increased risk of acute lymphoblastic leukemia, mental retardation and an increased risk of Alzheimer's, and sterility in males. There are several physical characteristics as well, like a simian crease in the hands, a gap between the first 2 toes, a flat facial profile, and epicanthal folds. Having an extra chromosome 21 is thought to affect these systems by an overexpression of genes on chromosome 21, since there's an extra copy contributing to.
So what does it mean that overexpression? Overexpression, you know that genes are just the information to create some protein. If you have too much of this information, it leads to the situation that the proteins that are encoded on the chromosome 21 would be created in too high quantities. Simple like that.
Gene expression, which changes the development of all the systems just listed. Now, a major risk factor for Down syndrome is maternal age, the age of the mother. Trisomy 21 happens about once in 1,500 births where the mother is younger than 20 years old, contrasted to about 1 in 25 births when the mother is older than 45 years old. During pregnancy, some screening tests can be done, and certain markers suggest higher risk that a baby might.
Okay, I suppose it's enough. Thank you very much.